back, everyone, to Talkin' with Tony. You know, even though the Tony Awards got canceled this year because of the coronavirus, we have had a lot of great success through all of our many Tony featured segments. We had our sports segments where we got to interview people like Tony Parker, Tony Romo. We've got the skateboarder Tony Hawk that we did a good interview with, and Tony Stick. We've had the actor Tony Danza and the Prime Minister Tony Blair. And then we did our music series, which we're still working in today, trying to get that finished up. We've had a lot of good interviews with Tony Bennett, Tony Tone, and even Tony Orlando and Don. That's going back for a few of you there, but you know who I'm talking about. Well, today I'm very excited that we get to meet Tony Mowell. Tony, welcome to Talking with Tony.
It's my pleasure to be on Talking with Tony.
All right. We're so glad that you can make it today. Did you start with us?
It was middle of March, and it was actually the first Sunday that we weren't getting together as a congregation. Was my first Sunday. So I've met just a handful of folks.
The middle of March. What is familiar about that? Something went on there. I just can't remember, but I'm sure it'll come to us. All right, so you've been our praise and worship leader for past 4 months. What do you do Monday through Friday? What's your day job look like?
I actually work in E&I engineering at Nuclear Fuel Services. So developing and troubleshooting and eating pizza when they offer it, you know, just all those things that come with the job.
Now, that's probably a lot of top secret stuff that you can't get into, right? Because nuclear.
It really is. Very, very top secret stuff. Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Top secret. We won't. Okay, let's talk about music. Hey, when did you start playing and singing? How long has that been going on?
Oh, man. So I started playing when I was 10, 11 years old. My dad was a musician all that I can remember of my life, and my mother was also. So he taught me kind of how to play, and she taught me how to sing, and really, yeah, at least, holy cow, 25, 26 years of it now. That's weird.
Wow.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It happens fast, though. Did you go to any like a high school or something around here where you got to perform music?
I knew that you looked familiar.
Hey.
Seems like there was this guy there that afforded me, some opportunities to play music.
Wait. You didn't go to volunteer high school, did you?
I did go to volunteer high school.
Hey, what a great place to be. I love volunteer high school. That's awesome.
So there was this teacher there, and I think taught drama, and I think, did you teach at volunteer high school?
I think you're talking about Gary Hensley. Okay. So Tony, so I know that you play guitar and you sing. What other kind of things do you know how to play?
Mandolin, banjo, bass, and play some drums, especially when I want to annoy my wife, Erica. And so I guess just a jack of all trades and master of none.
Excellent. It sounds like you've got all your bases covered. All right. Growing up, were there any musical influences besides Gary Hensley that really inspired you in your style of music?
A lot. Actually, bluegrass was my first music. Because my dad, again, he played bluegrass when I was younger. Of course, my mom was more of a James Taylor, Marshall Tucker band. So I got into that sound. And then I fell in love with Stevie Ray Vaughan and the blues myself. And so Stevie Ray Vaughan, tons and tons of artists in that vein, Eric Clapton. Of course, I'd have to mention Tony Rice in the acoustic scene. And so I just spent a lot of time trying to play like those guys and never made it.
Bluegrass, blues, I mean all the blue music, you've got it. So now when exactly did you start getting into praise and worship music?
I actually served in a deaconship in First Baptist Church in Churchill, and so began helping there. Of course, music has always been, even going back to the days, I grew up in a church called North Fork Missionary Baptist Church, and even there, heavy into music. We had a group that traveled around, and we played at different churches when I was 13, 14 years old with my younger brother that plays mandolin, and a
That's
couple of
David
my
Mowell.
that's David Mowell. Yeah. And so he was just maybe 7, 8 years old at that time, and we were going around playing. So music has always been a part, but then was really involved at First Baptist in Churchill, and then moved to House Chapel in closer to Rogersville. Then at Our Savior Lutheran Church, it's when it really been probably 4 years ago, really got into the more praise and worship style, and that's led me to here.
Cool. We
So
have
it's
been blessed.
Evolution.
Yes, we have certainly been blessed by hearing all of the songs that you have played live or pre-recorded when you're not quarantined in your house or working for top secret companies. What do you like to do for fun? Is there anything besides music you like to do?
Yeah, lots of things. I like to hunt and get outdoors, golf. Just really kind of get outdoors, be with the family in some capacity, smoke some food, and the basic, I think, middle-aged man things.
Middle-aged.
Right.
You can't be middle-aged, because if you're middle-aged, that makes me real old. All right. Well, listen, man, it's been so great catching up with you here on Talking with Tony. And this Sunday should be our first time for a lot of folk to start congregating back in the building. And we hope that everybody will get to meet you and see you in person real soon when they are able, when they're comfortable to. But thank you for providing the music that you have for the past months. And we look forward to even more in the future. Thanks so much. And folks, as we go away to commercial, know that coming up on our next guest, we're going to start into our animated Tony series. And we have a very special guest. He's here, the one and only Tony the Tiger. Stick around. It'll be great. Signing off with Talking with Tony.